number 3, master finance. Now, here's the problem with a lot of the business owners and entrepreneurs. If they're not specifically from financial backgrounds, they actually neglect financial matters. They want to focus on these technical matters. They want to focus on creating a product, which is all good. But as a business owner, you should know your numbers. See, it's like this. Imagine you take off a flight on a nice, clear, blue sky day without knowing how to read the meters. You know how to operate the aircraft. Now, all good until you hit a storm. Now, all of a sudden, you're in this black cloud and you are forced to read the meters on the dashboard. Now, if you don't know how to read these numbers in the dashboard, at least most of it, you might crash. If you know how to read them, you can cruise through these dark periods and you can maneuver the flight into blue, clear sky again. So similarly, if you don't know how to read these numbers, you wouldn't even know until you crash. Now, how do you master finance? I always say you need to master 3 financial documents. You don't have to be an accountant if you don't want to be, but there are 3 financial documents that you need to know how to read, how to master understanding the picture that it gives. Number 1, your cash flow statement. See, I've mentioned that in the previous episode as well. Your cash flow in your business is the number 1, not profit. If there's cash flow, there's a transaction, which means your service is required. So cash flow meaning your ability to pay your expenses, pay taxes, and your ability to purchase assets. So you need to know where your cash flow statement stands. Number 2, your financial position. That shows your equity, your liability, and your ability to purchase assets and your assets at the moment. See, these 2 documents, before I go to profit and loss, these 2 documents will give you 2 clear advantages. One is it gives you visibility of your business. Instead of getting into a trouble and forcing to make quick decisions, you know where you're heading. So you can maneuver your decision making well in advance. And that's a really good leadership quality. And also, secondly, imagine if you have to depend on few suppliers in a business. Wouldn't that be good to know their financial position and their cash flow? Because you're depending on them. And if you're up to date about their cash flow and financial position, if you know there's something wrong in the future that's going to happen because their financial position is not so good, that's a red flag. So you can have a precaution. You can focus on having an alternative supplier. So it's going to help your business in a very crucial time. And thirdly is the profit and loss. I'm not going to talk much about it because that's what everybody's focused on. But either way, you have to master these 3 documents. If you do that, it will position you in a different way when it comes to making decisions. You will know what decision to make now and what decision not to make now because you have clear visibility.